Hello and happy Friday Eve from Radically Rational and radicallyrational.com. Okay, happy birthday to the coolest person I've ever known, even though she whoops me at Jeopardy every single day. BB, happy birthday. Okay, let's go, both on the news and sports sides. So I go Columbo on you. Let me get this straight. So this 16-year-old girl in Florida is not mature enough to make a decision on whether to have an abortion. But she's certainly mature enough to be a mother of a child she clearly doesn't want. This is insanity. And let's get this straight. This should be obvious. None of this ever has anything to do with the unborn child. This is all about political and religious control. I want to point this out. If you have ever once used the term deep state in anything other than a comedic text, okay, we cannot take you seriously, intellectually, and you are in a deep, deep state of fantasy. The new cultist talking point, and you know they've passed it around because you're hearing it from all the cultist politicians. They're not coming for Trump. They're coming for you. No, let me clear this up. We coming for Trump. I'm glad we could clear that up. Now, big decisions today, big news today in all the investigations. Certainly the affidavit should not be released. That violates every legal principle. Now, the security video, the issue there would be the identity of the FBI agents. But if you could find a way to protect their identity, Trump, knock yourself out. Curious yesterday. So Mike Pence says he's open to an invitation to testify before the Jan 6th Select Committee. And I'm wondering, because it was clearly premeditated, it wasn't off the cuff, who is his audience, who is he trying to talk to, and what are his motives? Interesting to say the least. Now, sports. So happy for Chuck Howley, Joe Klecko, and Ken Riley. They're the finalists for the Veterans Committee for induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. They're richly deserving, but I must admit I feel really badly for some of the semifinalists who didn't get selected, and in particular Randy Gradishar, who ought to be there, and the late, great Tommy Nobis, who ought to be there. All right, so I'm hearing people saying, well, Aaron Rodgers acting like a prima donna, calling out his young receivers in public. No, he's not. I don't always defend Rodgers. Sometimes I can't figure out what Rodgers is doing. No, let me tell you what that was. That was a veteran Hall of Fame, multi-time MVP quarterback doing what he ought to do. That was perfectly appropriate, and apparently they all talked it out yesterday, and it's all cool, or at least it's better. But that was just a leader being a leader. Listen, I like Sark, and I want Sark to succeed. Truly, I do. But nothing's going to change in that program until they change the culture in that program. And Sark said yesterday that he considers these blemishes to be, quote, warts. Okay, all I can say, Sark, is God bless you, because if those are warts, you're going to need a crate of Compound W. And now you got to make up your mind on your starting quarterback. BB, happy birthday again. I love you. Lots of people love you. Happy birthday, for sure. Wish you a very happy Thursday, and just don't ever forget the fundamental principle of Radically Rational.